Welcome to Tech Bytes and News, your daily roundup of articles featured in Hacker News. Today, we're diving deep into the GNU Make Standard Library, or GMSL. It's a powerful tool for anyone working with GNU Make, offering a wealth of functions for string and list manipulation, arithmetic, and more. Think of it as a Swiss Army knife for your Make files.
A Swiss Army knife, I like that. So what exactly does GMSL bring to the table that regular GNU Make lacks? I mean, Make files can already do quite a bit, right?
Absolutely. Regular GNU Make has its limitations. GMSL extends its capabilities significantly. It provides built-in functions for tasks that would otherwise require complex and error-prone custom Make code. We're talking about robust list and string manipulation, integer arithmetic, even associative arrays and stacks, all implemented using native GNU Make, ensuring seamless integration.
Associative arrays in Make? That's pretty advanced. How does that work exactly? And what about the licensing? Is it open source?
Yes, it's released under the BSD license, so it's very permissive. The associative arrays are implemented using Make's variable substitution capabilities, cleverly structured to mimic the behavior of a key-value store. You can set, get, and check for the existence of keys, making it very convenient for managing data within your Make files. Think of it as a mini database embedded directly in your build process.
That's incredibly useful for complex projects. But let's talk about the functions themselves. You mentioned string manipulation. What kind of functions are we talking about?
Oh, tons. We have functions for finding substrings, splitting strings into lists, merging lists back into strings, and even character translation. Need to convert text to uppercase or lowercase. GMSL's got you covered. There's also strlen to get the length of a string, and functions for comparing strings for equality or inequality. It's a complete toolkit.
And the list manipulation functions, are they as comprehensive?
Even more so. You can get the first or last element of a list, remove elements from the beginning or end, map functions over lists, and even perform folds. There are functions to reverse lists, deduplicate them, and check for equality. It's a really powerful set of tools for working with lists of files, dependencies, or any other data you might need to manage in your Make files.
This is sounding really impressive. But what about error handling? Make files can be notoriously difficult to debug. Does GMSL help with that?
Absolutely. GMSL includes debugging facilities like GMSL print% and GMSL echo% for printing variable values directly from your Make files. It also has an assert function for adding runtime checks to your build process. Plus, you can control warning and error reporting through environment variables. This makes debugging much easier.
Wait, environment variables? That's interesting. Can you elaborate on that?
Sure. GMSL uses environment variables like GMSLNOWARNINGS and GMSLNOERRORS to control its behavior. Setting GMSL_TRACE enables detailed tracing of function calls, which is invaluable for debugging complex Make files. It's a very flexible system.
Okay, I see. One thing I'm curious about is the integer arithmetic. How does that work, given that Make isn't exactly known for its numerical prowess?
That's a great question. GMSL represents integers using a clever encoding scheme. A number is represented by a string of X characters. The functions then operate on these encoded strings. There are two sets of functions. One that works directly with integers, slower, and another that works with the encoded representation, faster. It's a trade-off between readability and performance.
So it's optimized for speed when dealing with many calculations. That makes sense. What about the versioning? How do I ensure I'm using a compatible version?
GMSL provides a GMSL_compatible function to check for compatibility against a specified version. It's a simple way to ensure that your Make files are using a version of the library that meets your requirements. This is crucial for maintainability.
This is all incredibly useful information. It seems like GMSL significantly enhances the capabilities of GNU Make, making it much more powerful and easier to use for complex projects. Thanks for explaining it all.
My pleasure. And remember, you can find the GMSL project page and releases at gmsl.jgc.org. Thanks for tuning in to Tech Bytes and News. Have a great day and happy making.
Bye-bye.